Seal jokingly asked for her rank until her reply made the entire cafeteria freeze. The mess hall at Naval Base Coronado was always loud at noon. The sound of trays, laughter, and stories bouncing off the metal walls. Today was no different. A group of Navy SEALs sat at one of the long tables, swapping tales from their last deployment. At the far end of the hall, a new face entered, a woman in standard fatigues. Quiet, composed, and carrying herself with the calm confidence of someone who'd seen far more than she said. She moved toward the counter, grabbed a tray, and took a seat alone. A few glances turned her way, not hostile, but curious. Women in that section of the base weren't common, and this one didn't have any visible insignia or name tag on her uniform, just a clean patch where it should have been. One of the younger SEALs, Jake Bulldog Miller, known for his humor and lack of filter, leaned over to his teammates and grinned. "Watch this," he said. He stood up, strutted over, and dropped his tray across from her with a playful smirk. "Well, well," he said loudly enough for others to hear. "We've got a mystery soldier here. What's your rank, sweetheart?" The laughter that followed wasn't cruel, but mocking and the kind of teasing soldiers used when they thought someone was out of place. She didn't look up right away. Instead, she calmly took a bite of her food, placed her fork down, and then looked him straight in the eyes. "Classified," she said simply. The word hung in the air for a second. Jake chuckled. "Classified, huh? What are you, CIA?" Her tone didn't change. "Higher." Now the laughter faded slightly. Jake blinked. "Higher than CIA? What, you the president?" She leaned forward slightly. Her eyes were sharp, the kind that didn't need to prove authority because they already carried it. "No," she said, voice level, "but I briefed them." That got the whole cafeteria's attention. Conversations paused. The sound of trays stopped. Jake tried to keep his grin, but it faltered. "You briefed the president?" he asked. She gave a faint, knowing smile. "Among others." Right then, the door to the mess hall swung open, and in walked Admiral Pierce, one of the highest-ranking officers in the Pacific Fleet. Everyone instinctively stood. But what froze them wasn't the Admiral's entrance. It was what happened next. Pierce scanned the room, then his eyes landed on the woman at the table. His posture changed instantly. He walked straight toward her, saluted sharply, and said, "Ma'am, I wasn't aware you'd arrived on base. My apologies." The mess hall went dead silent. Every SEAL standing there, even Jake, stared in disbelief. She nodded calmly, returning his salute. "Just passing through, Admiral." "Needed a quiet meal?" Pierce gave a respectful nod. "Of course, Commander Rivers. Anything you need." Then he turned and left, leaving a cafeteria full of frozen faces and dropped jaws. Jake finally managed to speak, voice barely above a whisper. "Commander Rivers, as in—" She looked at him, that faint smile still there. "Yes, that Rivers." Jake's eyes widened. The name wasn't unfamiliar. Commander Sarah Rivers, the first woman to lead a joint SEALs CIA counter-terror operation in Eastern Europe, the same one credited with extracting 3 captured operatives without a single casualty, the same one rumored to have gone completely off-grid for 2 years on an operation even top brass couldn't discuss. Jake stood there speechless. She picked up her tray and stood, brushing past him with calm precision. As she walked out, she paused for just a moment by his shoulder. "Next time you ask someone their rank," she said softly, "make sure you're cleared to hear the answer." Then she walked out of the mess hall, leaving a room full of elite soldiers standing in complete silence. For the rest of the week, no one sat at her old table. And Jake, he never teased another mystery soldier again.